All right, this is 621, and this is going to be the video for 621 day 1 and day 2. So here we go. This is the warm-up for the day, and don't always go over the warm-up in the video, but I felt like going over the warm-up today was important because what it did is help set up what the rest of the day would look like. So here we go. Identify each shape, decide the formula you could use, solve each one, and then solve each one and then solve. Find the area, I would imagine, would be our thing. So here we go. When we have, what shape is this, right? This shape is a parallelogram. Now, the reason, parallelogram, the reason we did this is because we're finding students are struggling to use the correct thing at the right time in here. And we thought, hey, if you can make sure to identify what shape it is, hopefully you can use the formula. So the formula then for this one is area equals base times height, right? And the base in this case is 14 and the height is 8. How do we know it's the base and the height? Because of that right there. Base and height always have to be perpendicular to each other, right? All right, so we find out that area is 14 times 8. 8 times 10 is 80. 8 times 4 is 32. 80 plus 32 is 114. Hopefully I did that right. Square yards. Okay. All right, let's go down here. Ignore all of that stuff that I have down below for now. That's my lead in for today. Let's zoom in here. And let's, what shape do we have? We have a trapezoid, right? How do we find or solve that? Well, we got to have the area of two triangles, right? So we say base times height divided by 2 plus base times height divided by 2. And then we're going to have to figure those out. So if I go ahead and put that in there, I got that long skinny triangle on top, right? That long skinny one like that. And then I have the other triangle down here, right? All right, so actually what I'll do is I'll color coordinate those so that they are kind of, you can kind of see how that works. So the base of that green triangle is 7. Its height is, looking for that 90 degrees, is 8. Divide that by 2. And then that's going to be 56. Whoops. 56 divided by 2, which is going to be 28. So 28 square centimeters. All the while, we're going to be adding my other triangle along in there. And what do I notice? If I'm looking at that blue triangle, its base is 2. And its height is, I know it doesn't show it, but we do know that that's going to be 90 degrees also. So 2 times 8 divided by 2. That's 16 divided by 2, or 8 plus 28 is 36 square centimeters. Okay, now the lead-in for day 1 today is that there are some formulas out there for finding the area of a trapezoid, and those are what those 3 things are down below. What I want you to focus on is not the formula, where does the formula come from, or anything like that. What I instead want you to focus in on is the work that I do with this, okay? All right, and I'll maybe highlight and emphasize that here in a second, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to eliminate this, okay? I'm going to get this out of here. All right, so we're going to pretend that all of this is not something we need to worry about today, okay? Now, we're going to think about this trapezoid, but we're going to use it with these 3 formulas down below. Now, in the lesson today, and I'm not showing you that sheet, I'm just going to show you that part right here. In the lesson today, what you discover is that for any trapezoid, we have a height. And then what we have is we have the 2 bases of our triangles. The top one turns out to be A and the bottom one's B. And I'll be honest with you, you can switch them. It doesn't matter. However, that's what we're going to use today. So what this means then is that A is 2, and that 7 is B, and 8 is our height. Now, just a reminder that 9 and 11 are important for the perimeter, but they're not important for our area. So once we know that A is 2, B is 7, and H is 8, what we're going to do is plug those values in right here, okay? Again, this isn't important that you know why or what. If you do, consider it bonus. Area equals 1/2 times the height. The height, I believe, was 8 from up above. A was 2, and B was 7. Okay, you know what? I'm going to get rid of that. All right, now let's just plug all our numbers in here for this purple one then, and then let's do it for the red, okay? So that equals base B is 7. Oops, I'm trying to use an eraser. That's not going to work very good. 7 times the height, which is 8. Divide that by 2, plus H. H is 8. Divide that by 2. And then we got to multiply by A, which is 2. And then over here, let's do this last one. We're just going to plug all these in. Boy, that one looks intimidating, but don't be scared. A is 2 times H, which is 8, plus B, which is 7, minus A, which is 2, H, which is 8, and divide that by 2. Again, where do these come from? Not important today. Not important at all. What I want you to realize is that we are going to... our focus today is all about solving these expressions in the correct way. And what we do is we separate all of these by terms. And anytime you see an addition or subtraction, careful, there's certain times it doesn't go that way. What we do is we separate them by these additions and subtractions, and we find the area. So let's start with this first one. I do see an addition in here. So instantaneously, I'm going to separate them by terms. Now, I'll tell you that this one is actually wrong if you separate them. If you go like this and you go by this, that's wrong, and we've separated out those terms. The problem with that is those parentheses don't let you separate it. And so what we have is it says, hey, to circle the terms, we have our term. Right there it is. What we're going to do is solve and find that part, right? So we would do 1/2 times 8, which is 4, parentheses, 2 plus 7. And we, again, have just one term in this problem. And this will make more sense as I do a couple more examples. 4 times 9, 36. And actually, not a surprise, we do have 36, don't we? Okay, let's go down here and do this one. We're going to separate by... wow, I just realized how bad that looks over there. Almost looks like a subtraction. It's multiplication. So we're going to separate by terms. So when we separate by terms, we circle the terms, and we find the answer inside, and then we do our addition. 7 times 8 is 56. 56 divided by 2. And 8 divided by 2 is 4. 4 times 2 here. I'm still having my terms, right? I'm still circling my terms. 56 divided by 2 is 28. 28 plus 4 times 2, which is 8. Now I can find my answer, 36, and I believe it's square centimeters, right? Same answer, just proving that that formula works. All right, let's try this messy guy here. Let's look for the terms. Since this one has parentheses on it, we can't separate it out. We have to keep it together. So the only terms I have in here are the 2 times 8 and that one right there. That big mess. 2 times 8 is 16 plus, now I have this one, 7 times 2 is, or 7 minus 2, I apologize, is 5 times 8 divided by 2. I still have this term, and I have this term. I don't have to do anything with 16, do I? 16 plus 5 times 8, which is 40. 40 divided by 2, I still have 2 terms I need to figure out. 16 plus 20 is, and I'm running out of room, 36 square centimeters. All right, so what's the key component out of what we just did right there, making sure we understand? What's important about it is when we see terms, we circle the terms, find our answer within those terms, and then we add or subtract. Terms are separated by addition or subtraction, okay? One other thing to note as a kind of a bonus material today, these 3 formulas right here, or these 3 expressions sometimes they have, when we substitute the same numbers in for the same letters, if they all equal the same answer, then that tells me that all of those 3 formulas or expressions or whatever are congruent or equal to each other, which is great Great way to check. All right, let's actually get into some practice. So this is more of our day 2 type stuff right now, okay? So let's move to day 2. I'm going to fast forward a little bit here through some of this stuff we already just did. Here we go. Our goal today is just simply to circle the terms and find the answer, okay? So write this down in a notebook or a piece of paper and then do the same. Okay, here we go. We circle terms and we separate them by addition and subtraction. The addition on the end does not count because, I probably shouldn't have covered all those up, is because that one's grouped together. So we got 1, 2, 3. 6 divided by 2 is 3, plus 7 times 8 is 56. 56, then minus 2 times what? 5. All right, we still have some terms. 1, 2, 3. 3 plus 56 minus 10. 3 plus 56 is 59. Minus 10 is 49. There we go. That's what we're focused on here. We're using the order of operations by circling the terms. I'm going to try to go quicker now. You can always slow me down and pause me. All right, so terms are separated by addition and subtraction. Here we go. 44 divided by 2 is 22, plus 2 to the third power is 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8, minus 3 plus 3. 22 plus 8 is 30, minus 3 plus 3. 30 minus 3 is 27, plus 3 is 30. All right, moving along. Let's separate by terms. We have an addition here. This is all grouped together, and then we have a 7. 4 plus, now 75 divided by 3 is 25 times 2 minus 7. Still have 3 terms that I need to find, right? 4 plus 25 times 2 is 50, minus 7, 40, or 4 plus 50 is 54, minus 7, which is 47. Okay, moving along, circle our terms. 47, 24 minus, oops, I almost went too early there. So 47 minus 24 divided by 8 is 3. We work from left to right, times 7 minus 15. 47, oops, circle our terms because we still have some left. 47 minus 21 minus 15. 47 minus 21 is 26 minus 15. 26 minus 15 is 11. Okay, again, I'm going really fast, but you can pause and slow me down. Separate everything by addition and subtraction. We have our term right here. We cannot do the subtraction here because it is grouped with parentheses. There we go. 2 times 8. We always do exponents first. 3 times parentheses first. 3 plus 10. So we have 3 terms. 1, 2, 3. 16 plus 9 plus 10. 16 plus 9 is 25. 25 plus 10 is 35. Final answer. Let's keep going. Circle terms. Division. Oh, we have grouping symbols. Keep them together. Here we go. 15 divided by 3 is 5 plus 7. 8 plus 1 because we do parentheses first. Minus 6. 5. Whoops, we got 3 terms still because we haven't found all the answers. 5 plus 7 times 9 is 63. Minus 6. 5 plus 63 is 68 minus 6, which is 62. All right, this one I'm glad we're stepping into a new category here with our division there on that far left. So we separate by addition and subtraction. We do not separate that one on the far right because it's grouped together with parentheses. 9 divided by 3 is 3 plus 5 times 3 squared is 3 times 3 or 9 minus 2 parentheses 14 minus 5. We do all these parentheses first before any multiplication there. 14 minus 5 is 9. Again, we have 3 terms that we still need to find the answer for. 3 plus 45 minus 18. So we have 48 minus 18. 48 minus 18 is 30. Okay. All right, let's do this one. Same thing. 1, 2, whoops. Oops. 3. 2 to the third power is not 6. It is 2 times 2 times 2, which is, I'll write it here on the side just to remind us of that, even though we did it earlier. 8. 8 plus 8 minus Now we have to do the division before the multiplication because we go from left to right. That's 2 times 2. Oh, we have 3 terms. 1, 2, 3. 8 plus 8 minus 4. 8 plus 8 is 16 minus 4, 12. All right, this is a great one. What about this one? How do we separate that out? Well, even though there's not parentheses, this is kind of like a grouping symbol right here. And so my term has to be that whole thing. Okay, that's my whole term. And then we'll just finish the rest of this, right? All right. Now, what we have to do is add first. So we get 35 divided by 7 plus 6 times 6, which is 36, minus 18 minus 9, or 18 divided by 9 is 2. Whoops, we still have more work to do. 5 plus 36 minus 2. That is 41 minus 2, which is 39. Oh, that's a big one, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4. 27 divided by 3 is 9, plus 18 minus 9 divided by 3 is 3, minus, in parentheses, 7 we have to do first before. Why would we add before we do exponents? Because we have to group and do those first, right? So we still have some terms, so we circle those terms, right? 9 plus 18 minus 3 minus 7 squared is 49. 9 plus 18 is 27, minus 3 minus 49. 27 minus 3 is 24, minus 49. Now that one I want to do on the side. 49 minus 24 is 25. I did that subtraction because I knew it would be a negative number in that one. All right, do I have anything different in here? At this point, if you're still kind of following along, you could go ahead and get working on the stuff. There's nothing in here that's really much different than what we haven't seen a bunch of times. So if you want to start on homework, please do. I'm going to finish these last two to make sure you can see them if you want. 1, 2, 3, 16 plus. Now we have 9 times 2 first, 18 divided by 6, plus, parentheses first, 5 squared. We still have 3 terms. 16 plus 3 plus 25. 16 plus 3 is 19. 19 plus 25 is 44. All right, last one. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, that first one's messy. Well, first thing we have to do is add, because we got to add before we can divide. So we have 45 divided by 5, parentheses, squared, plus, this one can take a little extra work. 3 squared, which is 9, minus. We have to do what's inside the parentheses first, so we get 10 inside of there. We still have 3 terms. 1, 2, 3. All right, maybe running out of room here. 45 divided by 5 is 9. 9 minus 100. Still have 3 terms. 1, 2, 3. 81 plus 9 minus 100. All right, 81 plus 9 is 90. I'm running out of room. 90 minus 100 is negative 10. Okay. All right. There we go. I went awfully quick through there. That is 2 days worth of material. Let me know if you have any questions. Have a great day.